The second discussion has to do with how we improving our ability to handle stress. First of all, as we said before, it's very important to recognize if we are stressed or not. If we recognize that something is not okay, that something goes on in our senses and physiology, it's very important to make a change, to change something in our daily routine. First of all, it's very important to get moving. Upping your activity level is one tactic you can employ to help relieve stress, and start feeling better. A regular exercise can lift your mood, uh, the sense of distraction from worries, allowing you to break out this circle of negative thoughts. Uh, More specific tasks as walking, running, things that have a rhythm, swimming, dancing are very useful, especially in this period that we're in, quarantine, COVID, all the stuff, that we tend to sit more, be less in action. So it's very important to incorporate in our daily routine that we can have 20 minutes, half an hour in a day that we can walk or run or walk our dogs or dance to our favorite music in order to be more active. This helps a lot concerning to stress. Also, connect to others. The simple act of talking face to face with another human can trigger hormones and relieve stress when you're feeling agitated and insecure. Even a brief exchange of kind, polite words or a friendly look from other human beings can help calm our nervous system. It's very important to spend time with people who improve your mood, and don't let your responsibilities keep you from having a social life. That's very important. For example, I have exams, and I will not go for a coffee. I will not go for a walk. I will not call my best friend. Okay, from my point of view and from my experience, you are more effective and when you study more, but when you programize better your studying and keep a space for a social life, for communication with others, with friends, with siblings, with your family. The other option that you have is engage your senses. Another fast way to relieve stress is by engaging one or more of your senses: sight, sound, taste, smell, touch, or movement. The key is to find the sensory input that works for you, specifically for you. Does listening to uplifting music, Shakira or something, makes you feel calm? Smelling coffee, go to your balcony and see the view. Focus to a sense and empty your mind from other thoughts. For every single one of us, which would be the input sense if we are going to use sound, sight, etc. It's completely different. For some people, sight works perfectly, from others smell, from others all of them. So find out what makes you calmer. Another option is to make some practice and learn to relax. When we first come to life, we breathe properly. If you see newborn infants, when they take breath, their whole body goes ups and down. Their belly goes ups and down. We have all the potential when we come to life to breathe properly, to be relaxed. As we grow up, we in a way lose this ability to breathe properly. So we have to learn it again in order to be able to relax by controlling our breath. The proper way of breathing is inhale, breathe in from the nose. Try to go our breath down to our stomach and exhale, let the oxygen out, the breath out from our mouth. Okay. This, it's not effective if you do it like that. That's very stressful. You have to find your own path, your own rhythm of breathing in order to calm down. But and think of it this week. Catch yourself in your everyday routine and say, monitor, how am I breathing right now? Am I breathing only with my chest and the oxygen goes here and it's like very small breaths, or am I breathing deeply? This is the correct way to breathe. And as we said before, physiology, body, mind, the way we think, and emotions, stress, are connected. So when the one part of the chain, the body, by breathing, is changing, then all the other parts of the chain will change as well. So by monitoring, in a way, my breathing, my body, I go down my heartbeat, okay? Slow down my heartbeat, and I'm not so stressed. So relaxation techniques. Also yoga, meditation, deep breathing, body relaxation responses, all those are types, different ways, different types of making us relax. This is a more effective way to go down your stress levels when you say that I'm not able to handle it. Also, you can clench your fists and your feet as well and let them open again. But when you clench your fists, you can put all your energy, all your thinking, all your thoughts there, and all your strength when you breathe as well. And afterwards, you can relax them. You can do this for 10 minutes. Afterwards, your bodily response will be completely different from the beginning. Maybe in another session we can have relaxation techniques. I don't know if it would be effective from Zoom, but I hope that I will see you in the future in person and we can do it.
Of course, I
Another
think
thing,
it could be very useful.
it would. I hope so.
Practice.
I hope to meet you in person someday and do some relaxation techniques and make some correct breathing. Also, eat a healthy diet in a regular basis. Fruits, vegetables, high quality protein, omega-3, omega-3 fats, acids, help you cope with stress. Okay, it's not our body is our temple in a way. We have to take care of it. Exercise, give correct food in order to make it work properly. And also, you have to get some rest. Take naps, go to bed not very late, and being on Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram. And because the nap has to do with the hormones that you increase and can lead, if you do not sleep correctly and enough, this can lead to chronic stress. Okay? If someone has chronic stress and goes to a psychologist, all those things that I mentioned, in a way, especially relaxation techniques, it's the first thing that we do in order to prevent and work on symptom level. Except from that it's also something that you can do alone without a psychologist. In a therapeutic setting, you can also work with your maladaptive core beliefs, negative thoughts, and thoughts about yourself, about the world, about the others, that can also lead to stress, maladaptive stress symptoms, okay, and dysfunctional chronic stress. But this is something that you can not do alone. You have to be in a therapeutic session. But that's the way that the most of the times deal with stress in a therapy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anna.
Do you have any questions? If you have, you can open
Can
your...
I ask something?
Of course.
So you said the way to cope with stress is to focus on one sense. But what if anything that can trigger a sense is overwhelming at that moment? What should we do then?
Do you have any examples to give me?
Like anything can make you feel pain or a pressure, and you just want to go under the covers and be in darkness.
I totally understand what you are talking about. Thank you for the example. So try to not have stimulus. Try not have stimulus, sounds, voices, smells. Try to isolate yourself from external stimulus and focus on your breath. You can close your eyes if this is, because sight is also a sense. Close your eyes, take big breaths, clench your fists, release them, and do it for 10 minutes. Also, it's very important to isolate yourself from phones, bells, doorbells, screens. I don't know if I answer your question.
Yes, totally. Thank you.
May I ask, how can we know when we need help?
That's a very good question, and that's a question that I will try to answer it. That's something very personal. When I need help, from my experience, you are going to realize it when you need help, when you are ready to receive help. This has to do with the acceptance that we said before. But from my experience as a therapist, I see the most of the times, the most of my clients seeking therapy when they have a symptom, when they become dysfunctional, when there is no other way. Unfortunately, the most of us are willing to change something and seeking from help and give money, energy, time when we suffer. So the most of the times a symptom is something that makes us seek for help, but it may not. There are people who ask for therapy and help, not only for anxiety in general, because they have other goals. They want to find out what's going on, maladaptive thoughts, the way they relate with others. So this is something, and the timing when I'm seeking for help, it's something very personal.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
May I ask something?
Of course, Yorgo.
These techniques that you have told us about can also be used for managing, for example, anger problems.
You all make great questions. Okay. Yes and no. It depends from the person. When I'm smiling because I'm thinking some cases. Okay, when you have someone that has great difficulty managing his or her anger, also this has to do with the therapist. If you have another therapist here with you, he or she would work with anger in a different way from me. From my point of view, from my perspective, it doesn't mean it's the correct one. There is not the correct one. It's not black and white. From my point of view, anger is better to be dealt from its core. What's the thing that makes me so angry? Anger, it's rings a bell. It's something that it's out there and you have to see it. You cannot pretend that you not see it. When someone is angry, it's something that it's out there and you have to handle him, her, the situation. It's a bold feeling, scary sometimes, and this, behind the anger, there is a need. You are angry with me because you are frustrated, because you are upset, because you are hurt. You wanted something and I didn't give it to you. So you can see anger as a costume. I wear anger and come to you to ask for something, okay, in a way that you will save me. if I try to ask it from you in a good way, in a functional way, maybe you are going to ignore me. When I'm angry, you cannot ignore me. I do not say that this is functional, but in the moment that you are angry with me, you are satisfied in a way. You are satisfied because I pay attention to you. Maybe by making me upset as well, but I'm paying attention. You make me, you create a feeling to me. You make me upset. This gives power to you. So when we have, in order to answer to your question, the goal is not to make an angry person calm down, but to find a way, a more functional way to communicate, to ask, to be in contact with his needs.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, Ioanna, we may stop now recording and then we continue our discussion in Greek. So let's repeat that this discussion was materialized as a part of our Erasmus program entitled Destination Happiness. We're very happy to see you, to meet you. Thank you so much.
As well.
Thank you so much. And I hope to meet you again in the future.
Me too.
Thank you, Anna.